Okay, so like life insurance, it can already be kind of tricky, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But then you add in something like, a pre-existing condition. It can feel like a whole other level.
Definitely.
So today we're going to dive into hepatitis C and life insurance.
All right.
We're going to look at what matters most to insurers, what kind of options you have, and basically how to make smart decisions.
Sounds good.
Like, imagine this, right? You've beaten Hep C,
Huge accomplishment.
huge, and you're living a healthy life, but you're worried about, protecting your family.
Makes sense.
Totally. So we've got this info from Diversified insurance brokers. They specialize in helping people with pre-existing conditions find coverage.
Nice.
Yeah. And of course, this isn't medical or financial advice.
Right.
We're just unpacking some key info to, empower you.
For sure.
So first things first, how do insurers even view hepatitis C? Like, what's the deal there?
Yeah, so the thing is, having had Hep C doesn't automatically mean you can't get life insurance.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, it's more about like how they assess the risk.
So what are they looking at specifically?
Well, there are a few key factors, like is the virus active or cured?
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. And then there's something called viral load.
Viral load.
Yeah, it's basically a measure of how much of the virus is in your blood.
Okay.
And then obviously the health of your liver.
Right, that makes sense.
And of course your treatment history and just your overall health in general.
So all these things combined help them kind of figure out
The potential risk, yeah.
risk. Exactly. But I think this is a good point to highlight. The source mentions that if you've had successful treatment and your viral load is undetectable,
Yeah,
you could actually qualify for standard rates.
that's right.
So you're telling me it's possible to get the same rates as someone who never had Hep C?
It is. If you've successfully gone through treatment and your liver is healthy, you're in a really good spot.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and actually, studies show that regular exercise after clearing the virus can even improve liver enzyme levels,
Oh, wow.
which could lead to even better rates.
So not only is exercise good for your health in general, but it can actually impact your life insurance. Who knew?
It's all connected, right?
It really is. So, okay, let's say you're ready to start looking at policies. What are the different types you might encounter?
Sure. So the source breaks it down into three main types.
Okay.
There's fully underwritten. This usually offers the best rates, but it requires a full medical exam.
Got it. So that makes sense for someone who's, in great health after treatment.
Exactly. Then there's simplified issue. This skips the medical exam, but you'll still answer health questions.
Okay, so kind of a middle ground.
Right. And then lastly, there's guaranteed issue.
Guaranteed issue.
This one's like a safety net. It's automatic approval, but it usually comes with higher costs and waiting periods.
Got it. So there are options for pretty much everyone, depending on their situation.
Exactly.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to touch on something super important. What can people do proactively to improve their chances of getting those better rates?
Yeah, that's huge. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle is key. Regular exercise, like we talked about,
Right.
but also a good diet. Your liver health is really affected by what you eat, so limiting alcohol, cutting back on processed foods, all that good stuff.
Makes sense.
And of course, regular checkups with your doctor. Catching any potential issues early is always best.
So basically, being proactive about your health can really pay off in the long run.
Absolutely. And working with a knowledgeable insurance broker, they can help you navigate all the different policies and advocate for you with insurers.
That's a great point. Having someone on your side who really understands this stuff can make a huge difference.
Definitely.
So the bottom line is, getting life insurance after having hepatitis C isn't impossible. It's about understanding your situation, knowing your options, and being proactive. Think about it. What questions would you ask a potential broker to make sure they truly get your needs and can guide you effectively? That's something to ponder. And always stay curious, right?
Always.
Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your financial well-being.
Couldn't